Hi everyone, I'm Stephen Calagian and welcome to Live. I am here at sktrading.live. Thank you for joining me. Today we're just gonna really focus on how I look at the bigger time frames in determining market direction. Really super important. Based upon my methodologies, whether you're short-term trading, intraday trading, intermediate-term trading, or long-term trading, that's what this segment is about. I look at 3 time frames. In this segment, I'll be looking at the daily, the weekly, and the monthly to determine market direction. Everything based upon my algorithm, my indicator 4, which is my proprietary algorithm, which gives me the ability to see based upon pure market direction, mathematics, to be able to see which way the markets are going. And then I use various different indicators to give me the ability to get long and or short based upon the patterns. And let me just take you over here right now. So what I want to show you here is when we got this really big push down, I knew that the S&P futures, the 481 level here, 481.80, was the low here for the market. The breakout level was 48.18, and I knew when we got down to that 48.30 on the Sunday night session, 48.70 in the morning session, we didn't even get to 4,800 or below 4,900 on the Monday morning when the markets open. That pattern right there was a monster buy on the monthly charts. Now, I knew we were about 500 to 600 points away on the S&P futures, which is monstrous. Normally, the standard deviation on the S&P futures, as I teach in my community each and every day, is about 50. And we were about 550, 580 points. So I knew we were going to get a very big sharp rally. When we did get that big rally, it reversed the buy on the weekly time frame right here. You can see it right here. And you can see the buy here now. So pretty much with this buy on the weekly, the lows should be in for a while here. And we're really, right now we have the S&Ps have risen almost more than about 1,000 points from that April 7th low, and we've in 1 month we've rallied significantly. But now I'll take you to the daily chart here, and you can see the daily very bullish here, but we're getting very long in the tooth here. I'll bring up the S&P futures here on this. Now we're getting a little bit long. I really got to tell you, I'm very short-term bearish here, short-term bearish. And, for me, it's really important to really understand that the markets right now have risen so far very fast in such a short period of time that I want to be able to, to be able to be prudent here and now look at. You can see I'm 246 points from the 10-bar moving average. Again, the standard deviation is 50. This was the pullback here that happened a couple of days ago. And you have these big gaps here. One gap, you got 2 big gaps here below the market down to 5,300. So I think we're going to be in a range here before we could test the 6,500 level or make new highs. I think there's a lot of backing and filling here. And if you look at the weekly time frame right here, you can see the weekly time frame. This is a very negative bearish pattern right here. And you can see a gap right here comes in around the close here, 56.78. So this pattern right here, using the daily, the weekly, and the monthly, this is what gives me the ability to see market direction and to be able to determine which way the markets are going, long and or short. Now again, being that the markets are extremely overbought on the weekly and on the daily time frames, I'd be looking for a very sharp pullback in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Maybe get one more push up and then see if the weeklies can get to an oversold condition. Again, using the time frames that I pinpoint, the daily, the weekly, and the monthly, is how I relay the market direction for my community of traders at SK Trading and for different family offices, hedge funds, and that who rely on my technical ability based upon using my proprietary software. you know, so it's really important mastering the market and for the market direction using my tools that I have right now that more or less over 100 people around the world are using my 100 countries around the world people are trading using my software. It really gives me the really great sense to meet so many people from all around the world: Germany, Austria, Switzerland, England, obviously here in the United States, but all over the world, South Africa, you name it. People are using my software to enhance their trading, to be able to learn how to trade, to be able to identify market direction, whether, again, like I stated, short term, intermediate term, or long term. And what I'm showing you here is all pretty much using the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. Really, I have to tell you, it is all long term right now, intermediate and long term. So, again, until those monthlies ever get taken out, we're still in a very, very big uptrend here that lasted now since probably about October of 2023. So we're in this quite a long time now in this uptrend. Doesn't mean you can't get pullbacks, great opportunities, long and or short. Remember, I can have 3 time frames: the daily, the weekly, the monthly. My algorithm can be bullish on all 3, but my strategies are all based upon divergence strategies, buy and sell divergences. And so basically each condition has a buy and a sell divergence. So the way I tell people, I have 5 conditions, which is a trend, a buy reversal, a sell reversal, a correlation, and a disconnect. Those 5 conditions give me the ability to really understand the divergence strategies. If you can master the art of divergences, you have mastered the art of trading. Each condition has 2 strategies, a buy and a sell divergence. So that's how I pretty much pinpoint the strategies off of the divergence patterns. So right now, I'm short term, I'm very bearish here. We do have a PPI number coming out. The market got tanked because of the tariff news, thinking that inflation was going to, drive up higher because of all the tariffs. Really, it would take 6 to 8 months for that cycle of goods and services to escalate to a higher inflation number. Once the pause was put in, S&P's ripped the following day from 4,900 to 5,500, and then we pulled in a little bit, and then obviously now a lot of countries are coming to talks, and pretty much the market always overshoots down and always overshoots to the upside on any good news or bad news. So this is what the reaction in the market. Too much emotion involved at certain points during the year when you get these highs and you get these lows. All right. Again, in my community of traders, we focus on intraday trading. A lot of intraday trading, really great patterns using the 15 to 30 and the 60-minute time frame. But today I really wanted to really focus on the longer term time frames, the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. And whether you're sitting at home and you're using a chart, whether you want to trade Tesla long term, or if you want to look at a stock like Apple or Microsoft or Coinbase or any name, by looking at the 3 multiple time frames, my research has shown me that that's the way. You cannot look at one particular time frame. You need to have multiple time frames in identifying the trend and identifying the conditions and the patterns. So this is really prudent. Again, during our course of our day, like I said, we look at the 15 to 30 and the 60-minute time frame. If you want an intermediate term trade, you look at the 60-minute with the daily and the weekly. I've done my research on this. These patterns and these combination of time frames really are very, very effective. All right. Okay. So I wanted to spend some time on this. Really, to be honest with you, it's about constantly being consistent on your market timing, your market direction. One of the reasons why I did this is because people say to me, for the last 40, I'm in the game now over 41 years. August 1st will be 42 years. A lot of people have said to me over and over again, it's so hard to call market direction. It's impossible. Just put your money in a mutual fund and forget you have it. Absolutely not. No way. No way. I've been doing this now. I work with some of the biggest hedge fund managers in the world, and for me, I will tell you that that is not a no-go for me. You could do this on your own. You could learn from me. You can understand how you can see key market direction, key turning points based upon pure mathematics, and be able to manage your own portfolios efficiently and effectively by just learning the divergent strategies, whether it's individual names or ETFs. It doesn't make a difference. All right. Um, okay, we're running out of some time here. If you have any questions or want to continue with the conversation, join our Discord community by heading over to www.sktrading.live. I'm active there and happy to deal with you directly. And a quick heads up, please, I'm begging you, all right? Beware of scams. People take my face, and I will tell you emphatically that I'm planted on everything. I mean, I got a beard, I got a mustache, and some of these things. It makes me laugh, actually. But it's not really funny because a lot of people, I don't want to see anybody getting hurt, you know? And so I don't DM, so please, my team DMs, all right, but I don't personally DM, so please be aware of any scams for that. I've seen people using my name and profiles across many different platforms. Please don't fall for it. They may have my name Kalay IAN without the J. They may leave it out an A. I mean, it's just nonsense. So please just look at official Stephen Kalajian on X, Instagram, and TikTok. That is me. And again, if you get a DM from me, well, that's not from me. Okay, so please be aware of all that. Also, if you like to be part of my journey, of trading journey, we have something very special to offer you today here. We're offering 30% off for new traders. I know it's overwhelming at first because it's a big concept. You have to learn my methodology, my whole sequence of the events and the patterns. But I teach this, and I really tell you, my legacy depends on your success. So it's important for me to teach you the right way. In my community of traders, people ask questions all day long in my member Discord, and they're learning. I'm seeing people every single day. You know, they're hitting their goals, they're learning, they're excited, and to me, there's nothing greater in the world than to be able to give back at this stage of my life, to see people really have their lives change and learn effectively and efficiently each and every day. All right, I don't want you, a lot of people have actually said to me, you know, by joining the community, they're not trading alone, and more or less that they feel excited because of my mentoring, my years of experience. I'm showing the patterns, I'm teaching the patterns, and that's all it is about, to learn each and every day, gain as much knowledge as possible, which is really important. And I'm also here to support you. I answer every question. No question is ever stupid. Our community of traders from all around the world, they actually help each other at times when the markets are moving really fast, when I can't see a question because, you know, the markets are moving so fast. So if you're ready to join the SK family here, please look at my website, SK Trading family today. It's sktrading.live, and my code is welcome. What is this? Welcome 30SK. Welcome 30SK. So I hope to see you here. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, please join my Discord, and I hope to see you here in my trading community with so many thousands of others from all around the world. Have a great day, everybody, and God bless you, and have a great day.